With the lake now full of water from the high tides at the beginning of September, the renovation work came to a temporary halt. Just the finishing touches were being undertaken to make the lake ready for the forthcoming Marlin's Tides Festival in a couple of weeks' time. And a pause in the work gave members of the public an opportunity to gain a good impression of how the lake will look once the work is finally finished. Thousands turned out for the annual festival, but pride of place went, of course, to the new lake. It was particularly busy on the Saturday morning, with people of all ages trying out the canoes, sailing boats and zorbing on the lake itself.
I apologise for a big child.
Okay, thanks for the call, cheers, bye.
Even the coastal cruise ship Balmoral was caught up in the fun when she was welcomed back to the pier that evening to the sound of the North Somerset Samba Band. Plus an unusual viewing angle for the fireworks at the Salt House. As soon as the high tides had finished flooding the lake, the final phase of the construction work commenced. A hole for a new and bigger sluice was drilled alongside the existing one. With this 600mm hole, the lake will not only drain more quickly, but it is hoped that the flow of water out through the hole will take with it more of the muddy sediment from the floor of the lake. Meanwhile, down at the children's end of the lake, a completely new design has been created, including 2 toddlers' splash balls with a dish-shaped stream connecting them together. But first, the final 18-metre section of the main seawall had to be constructed. First, the wooden shuttering was built. And then, inevitably once again, several loads of concrete arrived on site. Meanwhile, back at the other end, the hole is finished and now awaits the fitting of the penstock, or metal gate mechanism. And there we are, a few days later, the finished seal, already keeping the water in. The seaward side of the seawall, complete with its wave return overlap. During the week, this side of the wall will be pressure washed and some pointing will be undertaken. And up above, the seemingly never-ending stream of concrete mixing lorries just keeps on coming. This time to fill a section of the apron wall dividing the children's pools with the main boating area. A start has also been made on building the ramp to allow boats to be wheeled into the lake. There is still much work to be done, but as we published this edition, it was announced that the deadline for finishing the work was still the end of the week, on Friday the 23rd of October. So watch this space for some views of the finished product in our next edition.